Bon. Bon is a possessed animatronic serving as the series' main antagonist. He's the leader of the Showstoppers, a band of malfunctioning mascots pretending to entertain. As a possessed bunny mascot, he's like a hybrid of Chucky and Jack the Rabbit, towering with blue fur, glitching eyes, and a smile so wide it looks like it is auditioning for your next anxiety attack. Once the cheerful mascot of Bon's Burgers, Bon the Dancing Rabbit, was meant to sing songs, shake his fluffy blue hips, and entertain kids. Then Jack Walten mysteriously disappeared and Bon snapped. Now he's less Chuck E. Cheese and more like a build-a-body horror. He's not just possessed, he's curated. The thing inside Bon is a white, faceless figure with scars instead of expressions and business casual instead of soul. This spirit hijacked the animatronic, turning Bon from a friendly fuzzball to a walking executioner with claws sharp enough to dismember kids and even adults. For him, he doesn't just kill, he thinks that he makes people beautiful. How? By stuffing their bodies into suits, he crafted his own army of possessed mascots. A hair-raising example is what he does to Rosemary.
Rose Broken will fix you. You are beautiful. You are beautiful. You are beautiful.
In Wonderland, a subhuman reality, Bon plays nicely. He's calm, clever, and even persuasive. He speaks softly, manipulates harder, and gifts you a rabbit mask as if becoming an animatronic corpse is a glow-up. But behind the velvet voice is a sadist who can travel through VHS tapes, toy with memories, and smile through murder, sometimes literally covering his eyes because, deep down, even he flinches at the mess he makes. Boozoo. Boozoo is the human magician animatronic and one of the 4 original members of the Showstoppers from Bon's Burgers. In his prime, Boozoo looked like a magician you'd hire for your kid's birthday if your kid liked slightly unsettling mustaches and deep British voices. He wore a black top hat, red jacket, white gloves, and a smile that says, "I know your secrets." But now, his outfit's ripped, his mouth's broken, and he's got more exposed metal than a scrapyard on fire. After Bon's Burgers shut down, Boozoo was dumped in the K9 facility during the Relocate project along with the other Showstoppers. Bunny Smiles Inc. hoped to reopen the restaurant but forgot one tiny detail, repairing him. Instead, 3 techs were sent in without proper tools, time, or a clue. The result? A twitchy wreck with a dead man living rent-free inside. In Bunny Farm, it is confirmed that Charles Brooke is behind the mustache as he's Bon's second victim. His soul, memory, or whatever's left of him now runs the horror show. Also in Bunny Farm, Boozoo cheerfully says,
"Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, step right up. Get ready for entertainment like you've never seen before."
And he's right. His games start cute, then spiral into glitchy trauma, red figures, and bloodied faces. By the end, Boozoo became hollow, his jaw gone, and his eyes black. Charles is still trapped inside, and the show never ends. Banny. Next up is another bunny mascot variant. Banny is a purple humanoid rabbit animatronic possessed by Susan Woodings, the first victim of Bond's twisted legacy, an employee who was forcibly shoved inside Banny. Imagine just waiting for your shift to end, only to become some ugly, creepy mascot forever. Originally a poor young woman with dreams crushed by poverty, Susan's fate took a dark turn when Bond transformed her into this animatronic shell. Banny's broken form shows patches of exposed endoskeleton and a hole in her chest, evidence of years of neglect and malfunction. Though the animatronic itself is lifeless, Susan's spirit inside gives Banny a bubbly, sometimes sarcastic personality, often standing up to her overbearing boss, Bon. She's confirmed to be 16 and openly lesbian, adding layers to her surprisingly complex character trapped in a mechanical body. During the Relocate project, Banny's twitching face and the repeating phrase, reveal the torment Susan endures. In Bunny Farm, Banny's cheerful facade cracks as her games devolve into glitchy chaos and haunting distortions because a starving animatronic is just one missed meal away from a full-blown exorcism. Banny's story is a harsh reminder that Bon's Burgers doesn't just ruin appetites, it ruins lives. Shaw. A white-furred animatronic once meant to entertain kids, Shaw is now a corrupted mascot seeking help but spreading fear with every glitch. After Rosemary's husband Jack vanished, she searched the restaurant every day, only to be lured by Bon and stuffed inside Shaw's body. Now, Rosemary gets to enjoy forever being stuck as a broken mascot, because who wouldn't want that? Shaw's fluffy, motherly appearance hides the horror inside. Her intact form shows a soft face, a gold collar, and sharp teeth. Yet her damaged version is filthy and torn with gaping holes that reveal the metallic skeleton and a massive gash across her chest. Despite the horror inside her, Shaw acts mature and kind in Bunny Farm, playing hide-and-seek with players before her decaying form and Rosemary's face hijack the fun. She often glitches during company tapes, subtly hinting at the broken soul stuffed behind the fleece. She's the second most prominent showstopper, glitching her way through flashbacks and technical errors that reveal what Bond did. One minute she's smiling in a cartoon, the next she's creeping out from behind trees with hollow eyes. Shaw isn't a Baba black sheep, but a Baba bad omen, wool soaked in secrets and a smile that hides screams. Billy. Billy is the birthday party clown you wish you had never booked. Unlike the main showstoppers, Billy isn't meant for stage performances. He's a side attraction with a crescent smile frozen on his face, a green jumpsuit stitched with tears, and a stomach that doubles as a tape recorder. That last part isn't just quirky design, it's where Ashley Parks ended up after Bond caught her snooping around. With red clown hair, a yellow coat, and a white ruffle, Billy looks like the dollar store version of a birthday nightmare. He's got black hollow eye sockets and a missing glove that exposes his metal hand, because subtlety was clearly off the table. In the Relocate project, Ashley found him in the K9 storage area and played a tape from his stomach listing Bond's victims. Seconds later, she joined the list. His cartoon version tones down the horror, skipping the tape recorder and sticking with a more classic clown vibe, but even in 2D, he feels off, like too cheerful and too empty. Billy may have been built for laughs, but he ended up full of screams. He's not just a party clown, he's the final act in Bond's deadly show, a real boohoo instead of boohoo-hoo. Rocket. The most rabbit-looking out of all the bunny-styled animatronics, Rocket was never built for Bond's burgers. He was made in 1970 by Jack Walten and Felix Kranken as a Christmas present for Jack's kids, Ed and Molly. After their tragic deaths in a car crash caused by Felix, Rocket became the only thing Felix couldn't bring himself to throw away. That's because Ed and Molly never really left, they're still in there. Rocket is small, grey and doll-like, with white accents, a blue bow tie and one lonely black button. Over time, he's become worn, his limbs cracked and an ear was shredded. In Bunny Farm, he appears everywhere. He's peeking through windows, guiding Sophie, even delivering blunt guilt. You crashed the car, you killed them. He shows up across the series, sometimes barely noticeable, other times chillingly direct. In Cyberfun Tech, Rocket is seen inside Molly's backpack and later at the scene where Susan is stuffed into Banny. At one point, you can even see Ed and Molly's eyes inside him, just before everything descends into chaos. Rocket may look like a cute keepsake, but he's haunted by guilt, grief, and two souls that never made it home. He's not a toy. He's a ticking memory bomb wrapped in fluff. Shadow Man. Shadow Man is the guy your brain invents when it wants you to stop sleeping forever, except he's real. He looks like someone turned the idea of a shadow into a person. No face, just a pitch black figure standing where nobody should be. Sometimes he has big cartoon eyes, but sometimes not. He first shows up in the Relocate project behind Little Bon and Shah, then blocks hallways like he owns the place. When Rosemary gets turned into animatronic stuffing, he strolls in and breaks reality just by existing. In Bunny Farm, he goes full peekaboo mode, watching from windows, chilling in doorways, or being held like a comfort toy by Billy. Comfort. Right. In Cyberfun Tech and Lacrimosa, he shows up on TVs and backstage like a weird theater kid who never left. He doesn't talk, but somehow he's always the last thing you see. Nobody knows exactly what he is, but the lyrics in the Showstoppers song slowly heavily hint that the Shadow Man is Felix Kranken. Lines like Shadow Man watches from the dark, he knows he wrecked that car and swears he had no part, he has no heart, seem to reference Felix's car crash and his big heart speech from the Relocate project. Whatever he truly is, when Shadow Man appears, things glitch, lights die, and reality forgets how to behave. So yeah, sleep tight. Non-Canon monsters. The non-canon monsters are characters in the Walten Files that are just as scary as the canon monsters. They are like the weird cousins you don't invite to your parties. The first of them is Pumpkin Rabbit. This Halloween fever dream is basically what happens when a jack-o'-lantern and a cryptid rabbit have a child and forget to love it. He stars in The Mysterious House, a side story with zero chill and even less logic. He talks, he kills, and he calls himself Lorenzo Waterman. Then there's Snow Bear, a jolly winter friend who used to be canon until he got yeeted into the void of retcons. He's basically Bond in a snowman suit, cute until he isn't. Tammy, Jay, Paco, and Ralph all live in the Mysterious House too. They're like bootleg animatronics trying really hard to be scary. Tammy just stands around, Jay floats like a cursed emoji, Paco makes you wish the power would go out, and Ralph is just loud. And Rachel Waterman? She's there too, kind of, mostly to scream and die. They may not count in the main story, but these forgotten nightmares still show up in your dreams. Off-brand horror still bites hard. These Walten Files monsters bring nightmares to life, twisted, haunted, and far from friendly. Subscribe for more dark tales, and I'll see you in the next video.